When the Philippines decided to start helping the indigenous people, right? There were so many tribes from all over the Philippines brought down from the mountains where they live practically nomadic lives. They were relocated to a lowland area with nothing to live on, actually, no source of livelihood, nothing. So I even have photos of the women and the guys when they go back up the mountains and then come back with whatever they could scrounge up there, like things for firewood, maybe a coconut or two, and some vegetables. And that was it. But then we also found that the lowlanders just were taking advantage of them. And then because these people are unskilled, uneducated, because they grew up in the mountains of Mount Iriga, they're really easy prey. None of them to this day has a title to their ancestral land. Actually, it was in 2006 when we were moved to send the school-age children to school, because we started thinking there should be a way to help these people improve their lot in life. One of the main reasons for absenteeism is lack of food. The kids have to walk back and forth to the school, right? And when they had none to eat, many of the parents kept the children at home. But how can they learn if they're at home, right? So the following year, my husband and I decided to hold a feeding program. And we did that successfully for the whole year with the help of parent volunteers. And we had it so planned so that we know exactly what they were going to cook for at least breakfast and lunch. At first we thought maybe, give them 3 square meals a day for just the families of the children we're sending to school, right? But then again we thought, that's not right, The parents still should have responsibilities for the children as well, right? Plus also, we don't have any funds, We are not funded by any organization. We also started thinking of how else to help these people. We decided before we left to rebuild a small meeting center that we have there. We want to help them, but we also wanted them to develop their self-esteem as well as their to learn to be self-reliant. So we hired quite a few of these people, and we also fed them for the 2 days that we occupied them. To help these people, we started the educational project. For the young ones, we always have at least around 30 kids in the primary and elementary grades. We had 4 in high school, and now we also have 2 in college. We also started an adult education program because practically all of those people, the older ones, don't know how to read and write. And the chieftain at the time, 2 years ago, when I went there in 2010, was so happy to hear about it because he showed me his thumb and he said, "Oh, yeah, and maybe I no longer need to just use my thumb, to write my name." My brother-in-law also thought of setting up a fish pond there. From one fish pond, now they have 3 fish ponds there. And now this, we call it Cocoa Venture. Cocoa from coconut, of course. And so it's ongoing, but we still have to iron out things because there's still, it's not easy. We started to look into perhaps setting up a small livelihood program for these people using decorticated coconut husks. Because I would like to share with them God's love and mercy, and His grace. And I wanted them to also experience later the joy of giving which God has taught us. For them later to also feel that joy of being able to give, knowing, that the recipient is not going to reciprocate or something. Because all of this is His doing, not ours. You know, it's His. It's to His glory that we are doing this. It's just wonderful. It is so rewarding to be in God's service.